Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So some of my viewers mentioned that they could not do the first part of Midnight Mystery Challenge because they didn't have an Imelda with her gorgeous red. So I thought I would cover the ways you can get immunity to fixed damage. The first method is actually to use equipment. Specifically, you can actually use SR items, meditation rings, because they provide intelligence increase and that most importantly, immunity to fixed damage. It does decrease your attack value a bit because the meditation ring only provides 49 int with 5% int increase, as opposed to SSR items like Holy Ring, which provides 75 int with 8% int increase. But that immunity to fixed damage is so important for survival that it is worth bringing. So the first way is to have multiple copies of meditation rings, and in truth, if you have multiple copies of meditation rings, it's actually to your advantage, simply because for one of the Ancient Call battles, I think it's the Poison Dragon, Nidhogg, the meditation rings will be of great use. In fact, ideally, if you get 6 items that give immunity to fixed damage, that would be perfect for that fight. In my case, I've only been able to collect 3 so far. But that's just a side note. The second item that can provide immunity to fixed damage is actually on my Listel, the Swordsmith Medal or Bracer Emblem. Immunity to fixed damage and effects that silence active skills, and it provides all stats plus 5%, and it does provide a defense and magic defense increase. So, Swordsmith Medal is absolutely perfect in this fight on Ledin or Juggler, because their attack stat is generally replaced by the combination of their magic defense and defense values, right? That's the case for Ledin, and for Juggler, Juggler has the Great Dragon Barrier that converts his magic defense, 1.4 times his magic defense into attack, and he also has Triton, which pretty much does the same thing, converts his defense into attack. So, Juggler and Ledin are great as the tank for this fight. Right? Juggler is probably superior than Ledin, especially if they do have the Swordsmith Medal. So that's the second item that can provide immunity to fixed damage. But let's say you don't have any of those items, and you have to work purely based on your characters. In that case, there's only 2 ways to get immunity to fixed damage. The first way is through Juggler's Great Dragon Barrier, and the second way is through Chloe and her Aurora Ring. So, for this fight, I am going to be relying on basically this kind of method. So I'll bring Chloe with Heal, Aurora Ring, and I guess Discipline, so that she can do some damage, especially with the Gift of Eternal Life. I'm going to be bringing Almeda, who is going to be used in the second part of this fight, specifically for the Tornado effect. So I've temporarily given my Almeda Tiaris' gear, because I'm not bringing Tiaris. So, and I'm going to bring Liana. So that will be my party for this fight, and why don't I just jump in and begin. So I'm probably going to just show one cycle of the second part of this fight, because you're just repeating the cycle in the second part once you've done it once. So my party will have Bozel with Dark Reaper, Fireball, and a Summon Undead. There's going to be Liana with Act Again, Heal, and Summon Sky Archer. Chloe, Aurora Ring, Heal, Discipline. Almeda is bringing Tornado, Heal, and Holy Word. Ledin will have Divine Guard, Burning Sun, and Light Reflect. And finally, Lana can choose various options. She can choose to bring a summon. In that case, you would have 3 summons. Each summon can grab one of the buffs. She can choose to bring Freeze Strike. A third attack skill, so that she can endlessly use attack skills, right? And she can choose to bring Magic Defense Intimidate to reduce the enemy's magic defense, so that your other mages, if they attack, will do additional damage. So all 3 options are viable. It's up to you which one you want to use. And last but not least, I'm just looking to see which soldier I actually should bring to this fight. Because you can see that my soldiers aren't very upgraded in general. Might as well use Miss Dancer. Simply because they seem to be the tankiest overall with 458 hit points, as opposed to the others who are weaker. Alright, so this is going to be my party. And with all that covered, let's begin the battle now. So, here we go. So, I'm going to start this off with Liana dropping a summon so that I can get the buff on everybody. Right? The Sky Archer can grab the Beat Breaker buff from Egbert, and which is like a super faction buff, right? 40% to all stats. So with that, let's have Ledin be the first attacker and use Burning Sun. But before I have everyone attack, I'm going to try to trigger a luck element, which is with Chloe. Chloe, her talent does provide allies within 2 blocks of her 1 random immunity effect, and that random immunity effect can potentially be immunity to fixed damage. So let's trigger it and see what I get. Right. So immune to stun, immune to fixed damage on Bozel, right? Immune to reduction effects. So at least one of my characters did get the immunity that I wanted. So let's just have everyone attack now. So Ledin starts with Burning Sun. Dark Reaper on Bozel. Whoops, I just noticed I forgot to give Lana her 3rd skill. Haha. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. So, everybody attacks on turn 1 to do as much damage as I possibly can. And then, battle continues. So, I actually still do not want to trigger any of these effects right now, so I won't. Just going to place the Sky Archer here and end its turn. Actually, yeah. Next, I am going to have my characters attack. So, Bozel is going to Fireball the Moonlit Werewolf. Lana will Freeze Strike. Almeda will do her ranged attack. Liana needs to heal up everybody. And I'm going to have Chloe heal as well. So let's start with Liana's heal, which will be like this. And then Chloe's heal. You know what? Let's have Chloe at this point activate Aurora Ring. Well, first let's end Ledin's turn. He can just Divine Guard here, I think. Let's wait a second. And then Chloe, Aurora Ring right away. And also apply a debuff on the werewolf. So now, with Aurora Ring, for the next 2 turns, I don't take any fixed damage. I triggered it at the end of turn 2, so I have turn 3 and turn 4 to attack with that immunity. So I'm going to take full advantage. and keep striking the werewolf now.
ご命令を何かお手伝いできることありますか？
Ledin, Divine Guard.
勝負をつける時が来たな。
ご命令を。
はあ。
I'm going to use
何
Bozel
をし
to
てる
range
のか
attack
分か
here
っているのか。
from this tile.
はい。
So first, let's actually heal up
これ
Bozel
が
to full
私の
before
信
his
じる
attack.
心です。
はあ。
So that he can shift over to range attack and unit werewolf, like so.
心
And
配し
then
なくて
Chloe
大丈夫
can
です。
toss out a discipline. So everyone is jumping into the fight with Aurora Ring. Ledin tanks another hits. With immunity to fixed damage, he can take it. So, Moonlight Werewolf, 20k hit points. Very killable at this point.
Huh?
And that is what I'm gonna do. So, Lana, Dark Reaper, Moonlight Werewolf is down, just like that. And I still have 3 other attacks. Right? So with 3 additional attacks, I definitely could have killed the Moonlight Werewolf, since they all still had Aurora Ring. And now we're on the part 2 of the fight. So, let's end Ledin's turn. Have Liana act again Ledin, and then end this turn once more, so that he gets rid of that debuff. Other than that, I'm going to have the King of Horrors has 1734 attack, so I definitely want to reduce that. So let's have Almeda toss out the tornado right away. Bozel is going to drop a summon or attack, one or the other.
ここは私が心配しなくて大丈夫ですよ。
Oh, let's end Chloe's turn first. Bozel can then shift up to attack with Dark Reaper. And then Liana needs to act again, Ledin. So that he can end his turn. The Sky Archer can reactivate the Super Faction buff effect, and then we're good to go. Alright. So let's move Sky Archer out of the way. Next, I need to trigger the Guitarist effect, Burning Climax, to do AoE damage to these targets. So Ledin can Burning Sun, at least. Striking the King of Horror.
Huh?
Bozel. Gonna just get him out of the way because he needs to drop the summon to activate this effect to AoE down those enemies. Moving out of the way. You know what? Let's place him here and drop the summon,
計画通り
which is going to trigger
だ正面突
Burning
破
Climax. Getting rid of everything but one of the enemies on the left and leaving one of the enemies on the right as well.
ご命令を。ここ。
So
何かお手伝いできることありますか？ここは私が。
everyone is pretty heavily damaged.
ご命令を。
And I guess I'll start with Liana self-healing
思考。
so that she can talent heal a few of the others.
ターゲットは
Which
心
worked
配
out
しなくて大丈夫で
because
すよ。
now they are free to attack. Although Chloe has a damage dealt decrease, so there's no real point in having Chloe actually attack this turn. So instead, why don't I have her heal up Almeda?
行きますよ。こ
And in that way, Almeda can use Holy Word to attack. Let's see. Well, Lana will definitely free strike.
何かお手伝いできることあり
In
ま
that
すか？
case, let's just have Almeda heal up Lana.
行くよー。はい、ここ。
Almeda debuffed. And the attack debuff. Oh, actually, King of Horrors continues to have an attack
何
debuff
か
from
お手伝いでき
my
るこ
Almeda
とありますか？
due to the talent effect. So I actually don't need to grab this tile if I don't wish. But I will grab it because it just makes sense. So let's end Ledin's
ご命
turn.
令を。ここ。はい、
I need to be able to kill off the bloodthirsty soul.
ここは私が。
So why don't I send Chloe to do that? Discipline? Uh-oh. Not
ご
enough
命令
damage.
を。何かお手伝いできる
So
こと
let's
あ
have
ります
Almeda
か？
heal up then.
はい。
何をしてるのか分かっているのか
Fireball.
はい、ターゲットは？
Single target strike.
はい、
Liana will heal up.
人、思考、そして。
New enemy spawned.
ご命令を。
So
ここははい、ここは私が。はい、何かお手伝いできることありますか？
King of Horrors still has attack in decrease,
Go.
which is good. So let's start with my new round of attacks.
はあ
Reaper?
ご命令を。何かお手伝いできることありますか？
よし
Ledin needs some healing before he ends his turn because he has a debuff of after taking action, hit point is below 80%, unit dies immediately.
は
ここは私が。
I can, however,
ご命令を。
let's see. Since Liana has the opportunity, let's have her use Act Again.
これが私の信じる心です。
あは
Bozel Dark Reaper. Ledin will simply Divine Guard.
あ正面突破
ターゲット。ここは私。ターゲットは？
Chloe
心配
can
しなくて
Aurora
大
Ring.
丈夫ですよ。心配しなくて大丈夫ですよ。ジーカ、行きますよ。
Lana can launch another free strike. And the Sky Archer can just grab Breaker. So now it's pretty much just repeating the cycle at this point. Ledin won't do any real damage this turn, so we can just end it. I need to do this. So Burning Climax. Wiped out both groups. Except for, I guess, one enemy here and one enemy there. So we'll just move the Sky Archer off. And Tornado. Yeah, let's move Almeda back to Tornado. So that Chloe can help attack. So first, heal up everyone to full their attack. Next, attacking the Horror. And have Chloe help. And I mean, at this point, I'm just repeating this cycle, really. Until the King of Horrors is killed. Interesting. Annoyingly, my summons have been getting targeted. So to kill it, I'm going to have to break off Lana, who I know can one-shot these targets, to get rid of it. And currently King of Horrors does have an attack decrease, so Almeda doesn't actually have to grab this just yet. She can though. But I think I'd be better off using Chloe for that. And thus, the battle continues. And the thing is, I have 20 turns to clear this second portion of the fight. So it's a ridiculous amount of time, so that there is no rush to absolutely focus down the King of Horrors. Just make sure you have the summons and you can, do enough damage to the enemy, and it'll be done sooner or later.